Saturday Showdown. OK저축은행 브리온대 POX.
This was like the Venn diagram combo where you can't damage either of them with those circles, so a lot of
They're doing it! They're doing it! This was
jungle.
banned against Canyon, but now Willer's just gonna pull out the Brand jungle.
Yeah, a lot of benefits to Brand with the API optimization changes. They needed AP, as you said.
They absolutely do. It's definitely exciting, it's definitely pretty interesting, but will it work out is the big question. Let's hop onto the rip for game number 1.
See how that pans out. Ward comes in here from FearX, just trying to establish some vision. I think that's so important when you have a Brand jungle, because especially before you're level 3, once you're level 3, you know, you can stun, you can proc your passive, you have your full combo. But before that point, like if Xin Zhao was going to challenge you level 2, he could just absolutely dismantle you.
Oh,
use one on a burning target. Your W gets more damage, so you can see him using it there.
Yeah.
Even the buff level 1, not the most fun, but that burn definitely helping with the clear.
For sure. If the Brand was going to get double scuttle against Xin Zhao, I'm like, I don't know, I need to hang up my League of Legends license. This doesn't make any sense. That fight was a little bit close, and Gideon's going to flash away in just a straight-up 3v3. He says, no, I don't want any piece of this.
Like we said before, the scaling on the side of Bro is pretty insane.
Yeah, it definitely is. They have grouped up here. They do want to take a fight. That lance is going to land onto a couple, but they're trying to get on top of Gideon. He's not level 6. There's no hope for him. He doesn't have his flash, and down he goes. Just like that, first blood goes to Brand jungle.
And I feel like Brion really allowed FearX to set up for that one, you know. They started to land some skill shots. Gideon landed the W. He could have followed up with the dash in. They decided not to go for it, but they stayed around. It's like, pick what you're going to do. FearX had no such reservations. You see the ult come in from Closer, and the Dragon is the reward.
Willer on top of the gold graph by a pretty significant margin, at this point in the game at least. As Willer gonna land that stun, could throw out the ult, and look at effort, he's just burning down. Here comes Yone as Closer is over the wall, and that's just a free Lulu.
Clears damage, but you gotta be careful when that ult pops, and Willer's
The
trying to
angle,
go for something.
the angle, yeah, he's trying to bring him back right into the hands of Brand. He has the missed up, but it just doesn't matter. The Pyroclasm able to bounce back and forth. Yeah, you don't have to. It's going to bounce off of him as well. Already has that cooldown almost back. Effort this time, he's just trying to get away. He doesn't have his flash yet, and that is a nice Crescent Guard to help save as now. Execute just going to flash away himself, but here comes Karis with the dunk, but where's the damage? Nobody is killing Execute as Gideon goes the left way, and now he's got to flash away from Closer. Was looking for even a little bit more here on Karis, has the Unbound Soul, and now Karis has to flash, nearly dies anyway. Position on this one, there is a teleport available for clear. Here he comes as now teleport's coming in, and it's gonna go the way of Brand again as Willer just steps in there and takes the objective away as that Pyroclasm just bouncing on the rest of the members, and Gideon is just left to the birds here, just taken down. As another objective and another fight will go the way of FearX.
Or you just get melted by the Randall.
You know, you've seen a lot of games. Uh-oh, here we go again. I mean, look at this damage he has to pop. The Crescent Guard effort takes half his health and damage as well, just standing there, as you were talking about. And we've seen a lot of games where the junglers are kind of behind on XP and gold. Willer is almost in first place.
Yeah.
From the jungle.
3 levels up.
Oh, he's under a little bit of pressure here, trying to zone for Willer, who's just soloing the Dragon. Has his team nearby. Objective bounties are up. They can try to steal this one. Here comes Morgan, and he runs straight into 2 people. The rest of the team just zoning them away. Gideon is providing a front line, but Closer zones away the rest of the team, and now the Crescent Guard is down, as this Dragon is pretty low as well. FearX is trying to decide what they want to do. They do want to go for the fight, it seems. They pick up the Dragon as Yell comes in, and Closer goes on to Envy as he will dash away. One more hit will do it, and that should be the end of him. Down goes the Zeri, and now it's 5-0 and 3 Dragons, right?
And this Baron is going to melt. Brand, the ult pop when you have 3 abilities on it does so much damage, so this is getting melted. Bro, no, they have to contest, but there's a Cassante in the way who can just pull Gideon away if he wants.
Honestly, I don't even know if I would contest at this point. There's 0 chance of winning this fight, and now you're just being bamboozled in the backline here as Gideon is just desperately trying to survive. Kara's just going to defensively ult, and it's a disaster for Bro. FearX are going to dominate them once again. They take down the Baron, and now they're barreling down the mid lane. No, I don't believe you are. And he's got some support from his buddy Yone, as the rest of the team is just pushing in mid. Execute and Closer can kind of be in both lanes at the same time. Their champs have insane amount of mobility, and they're just kind of bullying them at this point. They're going to take down mid inhibitor, and it's all over. But the engage you would expect. Gideon in the front line. Look at the damage in the back line while it's happening. You don't even get to stand there and contest this. You just have to go back to the fountain.
It is a pretty brutal situation, and you still have the ult from Yone and the ult from Rakar, and they're looking.
Yeah, there it is. A three-man ult comes in from Closer as Karis tries to put them into the fountain, and that they do, but that's all they're going to get. Just the one. As now, FearX considering, hey, maybe we should end this game. Not 100% sure. Everybody's so fed at this point. Even Hannah can just step up to the team. They'll take down the turrets. Some low health bars here from the soldiers of Azir, but I don't think FearX want to waste any more time in this game. They want to move on to the next one. As Karis is being bullied now. Oh no, he gets pulled in! Why did you have to do it to him? As there you go, victory for FearX. Game number 1 was an absolute stomp.
They'll see the brand, the new pick, it did well. They're like, oh, slam it in. I think people will have filled it out like halfway through. Like after 7 minutes, they're like, okay, ticking the brand, we're done here.
Even if you do see it early, you do have a decent amount of mobility in the Ezreal, the Lee Sin, the Renekton, but it is going to be Bard as well coming on in here. Looks like we're just about ready to hop into game number 2. We'll have to wait and see if this composition this time around works out for OK Savings Bank Brion, or will FearX pull ahead in this 1v1 matchup. I know it's Morgan who's playing it. It's a lot of comfort, but it just feels like Udyr just does whatever he wants. I mean, he can break through a shield. Yeah.
But not Malphite.
Not Malphite, no. Malphite's not really on the same tier as those two champions at this moment in time.
So Malphite honestly feels a lot more stoppable at the moment.
Yeah.
The ultimate, you know?
You know, at least relatively. As we are going to get this route here on an Envy. He is playing Ezreal. He says, instead of Arcane shifting away, I'm going to take half my health bar and damage. Now, he is playing with Bard, so at least he has some sustain.
That this kind of shows the trust that Henna has in his support. Because I saw the cannon getting very low on health as that trade started, and Henna gave up the cannon to contribute to the trade. So I'm not sure many AD carries would do that.
He's only level 4 Wukong.
They only have heal as combat sums.
And they're only level 2. They're not even level 3 here. This is going to be a lot of damage coming in. Heal used early for Execute. Envy just trying to get away, but his first blood going to Henna. He flashes. We got a 2v2 in top, but that's not really amounted to too much. As Envy, with his teleport, at least we'll get back here to the lane.
FearX, instead of going for dive, where there's the risk, is going to translate into an early dragon. And this was something they did in the previous game as well, was stacking up those early dragons. It won't be a Hextech Soul again, but it feels like that has been the leading strategies in game so far. Void Bub just doesn't really hold up to... I mean, it's not so much just the power you get from the dragons, but the threat of converting to a soul later.
Well, the Rift Heralds seems to be pretty handily in FearX's favor here. Doesn't seem like Bro want to contest it. They will try to put pressure on the bottom side of the map while this is happening. Take some of the jungle, maybe get some pressure onto this turret. But Closer is just standing here contesting this as well. Getting the majority of the Krugs. But yeah, they might lose this turret.
And here's the value from the Void Grubs, you know? When you get to hit a tower for once.
We'll see if it actually ends up being their dragon. That's a nice little Sealed Fate. It's going to deny the turret going down for now, but they still have this Rift Herald to help them push just a little bit of damage into this one. Look at the damage already from Henna. As effort, he's going to need a lot of healing to get through that one. The poke damage is a big problem right now for Bro.
Yep, and FearX just need to keep chunking them out, and this dragon's going to be secured. Looks like they are going to be able to get this mid tower. The ult from Bard slowed it, but won't stop it. And now, Brion trying to navigate round. Effort's still super low on health. And the dragon has been started. Poke coming in, doesn't connect.
Yeah. Henna also no blue buff or anything, so getting a bit low on mana. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Morgan is going to be spotted here by Clear. The two of them just going to go head-to-head. Clear does go over the wall. So this flank could potentially come in a nice True Shot Barrage to come out from Envy. As Execute just waiting for it. The flash on in with the ult. He's trying to take a Chorus, and they do just like that. Execute a very aggressive play, and it does work out. No! Closer gets back in. They take out the enemy jungler, and Envy is left to the Sharks. That's going to be this Dragon going the way of FearX.
But the extra 12% definitely helps his team follow up.
Yeah.
But it's just like, that's how your combo goes as well. You know, you queue in, you get the auto, you get the root, and now everyone in your team is doing 12% extra damage, and you get that team proc.
Oh, clear, you're just bullying him, and now, can he hit the shot? Yes, he can! And the cinders come out of him. And look at Udyr, he's just diving the turret, he doesn't care! Envy doesn't exist anymore. See, Ezreal just not able to do anything. The Sealed Fate here is just desperation.
Like a piñata, he's just exploded. But
maybe a pick of some sort.
That could work too.
Gideon has been somewhat passive this entire series. I know he's itching to make something happen.
It's gotta be the Varus, it's gotta be the Varus.
This is the one, this is the one. He's gonna get the kick, and no stun comes in, but the Sealed Fate, maybe he can land a stun. Yeah, Henna is not gonna be able to do anything, and the damage finally comes out from the Orianna. But the follow-up isn't there. Effort's getting pretty low. He's going to be taken out as cinders are flying everywhere. And I think that might just do it. Oh, a nice divide here from Closer is just going to put an end to any kind of fight here from the side of OK Brion. As Morgan is on the run, Envy is on the run. Can you run away from the Udyr? Generally not, but Envy is pretty far in there. And Willer's going to find Morgan here as well. He should win this fight. Eventually.
Oh, that was slick, actually.
That was pretty cool.
Has he got it? Has he got it?
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
No, he's not.
Well, Willer's gonna get it.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I thought I got the recall.
This is still going on. Morgan's still running. And I think he can just dash over this wall and he will get out. So Willer's just gonna give up on it, but yeah, just another fight. That one was pretty much the best chance that Bro were gonna have, though. It's still gonna be Infernal Soul going the way of FearX.
I think he's good.
What about the other guys? Are they good too? Yeah, I think they're good. Hook here on a Morgan. That's not the target you want. Execute, though, is just going to go for whatever he can go for. Envy has to hop away as Execute will go down, but I think this is still going to be a FearX victory in the fight as Willer picks up 2 kills. A lot of damage from that True Shot Barrage, and this Baron still has full health, but Henna is just hitting like a truck right now.
Yeah, not connecting as many piercing arrows as I'd maybe hope, but with Jungler dead, you just have the Udyr body block the stick shots and you're good.
Yeah, and he's just going to turn on to Envy here as well.
Run, Envy!
Oh no, run away! You're not going to get away though, as Udyr will take down 2, and he'll get a little bonus kill on Dakar as everybody is just popping like balloons. That's an ace, and I think that should be the game here for FearX.
There is really just no counterplay that Brion has to this Udyr. He just charges at them, and again, you know, picking up the little the embers, but the Baron in hand, they can start to really damage Bro's base. At this point, the game is pretty much done. FA is going to respawn. We'll see if they try and end now, if they go for the reset, but it is FearX, so I don't think they fear any retaliation from Bro.
FearX. They don't fear anything. And they're going to go in here. Take a look at that damage from Henna when he actually hits his piercing arrow as Gideon. Oh no. Admire the effort, but not going to get anything done here. This is going to be FearX picking up the 2-0, but they're not done yet. They want to get some more kills as in goes Willer, and Closer gets pretty low. He's hitting that Nexus, but he does pop as well. That's the 2-0. That's all you got to say. Big 2-0 victory as Udyr nearly does the most damage in the game.
What a champion.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POG Interview translation, joined by Willer and Execute of FearX. Congratulations! This was the first Saturday showdown of spring, and you got a 2-0 victory against OK Savings Bank Brion. How do you feel? This is our first season as FearX, and of course, our start wasn't that great, but I'm really glad that we're able to get the victory today. And I feel like we were able to repay our fans, so that I'm always very happy of. And Execute, this is your first LCK win. How do you feel? I'm really happy about my first LCK win. How happy are you from a scale of 1 to 10? I feel like it would have been better if I won the first match. But we always head into a match thinking that we're going to win. So
기분이 좋은 승리를 거두시기를 응원하면서 지켜보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 윌러 선수 OK저축은행 브리온을 상대로 지금 매치
Willer.
7연승 중입니다. 여기에 대해서
So you guys are on a 7 winning streak against OK Savings Bank Brions. What are your thoughts on that? I don't think that's something that we kept in mind. And I guess I wasn't really aware that we are on that big of a winning streak.
네, 그리고 이번에
But
이제
I definitely feel that we are a good team and we better perform against better teams in the future as well.
팀과의 대결이기 때문에 조금 더
And
떨어지지
execute.
않았을까 이런 생각이 드는데요.
You guys were against Hannah's former team and he must have been so eager to win today. So did he say anything? He wasn't really nervous, but I'm sure he's always been saying to me that he's definitely going to crush OK Savings and Brion. Has he always been saying that? Yeah, so he usually doesn't deal damage as much as Closer does, but today he was just so eager to deal more damage. And for the first time in the LCK, Brand Jungle made an appearance. He scaled so fast, so how did you manage to pick him against Xin Zhao? I feel like this is a pretty common pick right now. I feel like he has a really good tempo against especially melee champions as well. So I think we had high expectations using Brand. And so today our team was prepared to use an AP jungle if there was a opening for that. So how many games did you play with Brand Jungle? Maybe 1 to 2 games?
기대도 되는데요. 오늘 그래서 정글 브랜드를 활용해서 만장일치 POG를 받을 정도로 엄청난 활약을
So
보여주셨습니다.
you got an unanimous POG vote with the jungle brand. It seems like it has a really fast clear speed and it's looking pretty viable. So is there a high chance that we'll see him again? Yeah, he's really good. He's very strong, so I believe that you will see him again in the future.
오늘 이제 뱀픽을 좀 보면서요.
And execute, looking at the draft today, it seems like your team went through a reevaluation of your tier list. So after the loss in the last match, what kind of feedback was there? We always believed that we were good at a 2v2 laning phase. But obviously, we had an unfortunate loss against KT. But we decided that we will go for more team fight focused gameplay.
나오셔서 또 멋진 승리를 할 수 있었던 것 같습니다. 이제 LCK로 오셨잖아요, 엑스케트 선수. 해나 선수와 합.
So now that you made your way into the LCK, how is playing with Henna? It was a little awkward at first, but I think the more we play together, we're getting really on the same page, and it's getting better and better.
지금 뭐가 좋아졌는지 들어볼 수 있을까요?
What was awkward or what was not so good in the beginning? I think it was because I was a little too aggressive, so us not being on the same page was sort of, it called for a lot of more feedback in the future. I feel like we're able to communicate a lot more and clearly.
윌러 선수 또 정글 서포트 시너지도 굉장히 중요하잖아요. 엑스케트 선수 없어요.
And of course, jungle support chemistry is just as important. So how do you like playing with Execute? There's a lot of things you need to learn, you can learn from Execute. And I've always wanted to play with a proactive player. I feel like Execute is really good at proactive plays and making the right calls. So it's really nice. What about you? Why are you making that eye contact? It's because I'm happy. I like that.
좋습니다. 자, 이제 이번 시즌 POX라는 새로운 이름으로 다시 출발하게 됐습니다.
And you guys are starting the spring season with a new name as PureX. So what is your resolution going forward? Of course, our name is quite new. I think this will be a really cool name to have the better plays we make and the better we do. So I hope that we keep this up and please support us. And Execute. We'll make sure that we display good performance as always. And even though we may have moments where we falter, I hope that you will continue supporting us. Congratulations again, and this will be the end of the interview with Willer and Execute from Fear X and Back to Space.